Okay, so usually when we start, we line up, but because of COVID, we want it far apart. So the higher belts we go down here, we go way down there. Yep. So line up. And we will start formally. Yep. There you go. Like a line. Okay. And then because it's traditional karate, there are many traditions. One of them is the way you stand, the way you bow, the way all that happens. So we're going to start with a formal bow. You have to go down with your left leg first. Keep your balance. Put your right leg behind you, and then sit. Sandan. Sandan is the command. Sit. So then he's going to give two more commands. The first one is Mach So. You just close your eyes, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Then he'll say Yama. You open your eyes and bow a couple times. It'll be great. Mach So. So, Yame, show me the great. Sensei ni great. And usually I say spread around, but if you want, you can take a step backwards. We have one foot, go around your ankle and toes. Switch, leg. Other foot. Way. Feet together on the knees. Other way. Feet apart on the hips. Other way. Use your legs. Pull your arms down. Switch. Cross. Twist, look behind you. Take nice deep breaths. Pick up your heels. We're going to train a little bit as we continue to warm up. And this will be very much a beginner class because Cindy is a relative beginner and we want to get our Amy. That's it. And I know Cindy's not a beginner, so sorry. You're lucky I remember anybody's name ever. Anyway, push feet apart, about distance. They call this Hachidashi or second position or natural stance. Put your elbows in with your palms up. Curl your fingertips in so they touch the pads of your hand. Roll it in. Put your thumb on top of at least the first finger. Put these out in front. I do not recommend that you turn these all the way over. Rather, keep them just a little bit short all the way over. You're going to pull your right hand back, and at the very end, turn it over. So it's right above your belt, kind of where your elbow was, your fist is. Then you're going to exchange your arms. 1. Boom, they rub along your side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So put your thumb underneath more. Yep. So it doesn't get hit on the way by. Imagine your center, your Kandan, your hara, your kantian, pushing forward towards the target, right? All the time. So not like this, just a little bit forward. Pushing again, make sure both elbows. This elbow touches, this elbow touches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just push on you, stay there. Stay. Don't stay. Look straight ahead. 1, 2. This is very good. Up. Stop. 3, your belt like a rock. You're going to take your hip and throw the rock away from you towards the target. So you're not going to wind up and then go. You're just going to go forward, using your legs to create a shot towards the target. Punch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The eye. Put your hands on the floor, straighten your legs. Squat, straight, squat, straight, squat, straight, and squat. Put your feet out behind you. Arch. Feet up to the ceiling. Breathe in deep through your nose. Up through your mouth. Push your hips back, touch your chest to the floor. Shake your shoulders, your neck, your back. Forward again. Feet in, slide. Heel out. Put the outside edge of your feet parallel. Bend your knees. Bend your hip, stretch down and forward, and back, forward, and back, forward, and back, and shoulder to shoulder, switch, side, switch, around, switch, and stop. Straighten one leg. Keep both feet flat, both pointing straight ahead. Switch, 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 switch. Switch and drop down. Try to keep this foot flat, point this one up at the ceiling. Use your left elbow to point your left knee out. Put it foot flat. There you go. Switch. 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 And switch. Stay on the side. Just pushing. Rotate, so like you're facing this wall. And then keep rotating until the outside of your thigh stretches to the floor. And then back. And then forward. Back. Forward. And back. Switch over to the other side. All the way over. Stretch the outside of the thigh. Back. Over. Back. Over. Back. Over. And back. Pull your feet in, slide. Make your feet flat, use your elbows, push your knees out, so that point the same over your feet. Put your hands on the floor, straighten your legs. Roll up. Round with your hip. Switch. Side, side. Squeeze one knee up into your chest. Switch. Switch. And switch. Reach around behind, grab your ankle, keep your leg up as high as you are comfortable. Switch. forward. Punching again. So technically, this is a stance or a position, as is this. We did this in warm-ups, which we call Q-Dutch or side stance. Some people say horse stance, because it's like you're riding a horse. A front stance, you're going to keep your hips straight, your body straight. You're going to step out quite a way. They say like 2 or 2.5 steps distances. But it's like you're pushing on something very heavy, maybe, but if there's nothing there to push on, this is very unstable. So they keep the leg structure, but keep your torso up and down. Your knees should be bent so much that if you look down with your eyes and you didn't have a mask, you wouldn't be able to see your toe. If you can see your toe, your leg is not bent enough to be bent forward. This foot kind of faces forward, both knees face forward. So we'll just try that a couple times. You do from here pretty much step straight forward, and yet there's just a little bit of this in and out, a little bit, because you want to activate your inner thighs and move from the center. So from here, don't over-exaggerate it too much, but let's step forward with our left foot into a front stance. And then pull it back. Step out with your right foot. 2. Step back. 3. Step back. 4. Step back. 5. Step back. For those advanced practitioners, like you guys and you, and maybe you guys should pay attention, try not to let your body go side to side. Your hip goes straight forward no matter where your feet go. This stays. Also, you shouldn't even have to step to one side like this and then decide to go. You should already be pulled together so you can move either foot straight forward without shifting your weight. This is true for kata, for basics, for all kinds of things. So try again. Step forward with your left foot. Try to move straight forward without shifting your weight. 1. No. Back. Left leg. 2. It is not your left leg. It moves pretty good. It is your left leg. What's wrong with you? Back. 3. 2 leg. Back. 4. Very good. So, a problem, I don't know if you guys can see. In our system, we have a slightly bent back leg. And that a straight back leg isn't that useful. Once it's locked into position, it's just stiff. It doesn't help you much. But also, a locked back leg tends to put the pressure here in the small of your back, which is a weak spot. If you slightly bend this back leg, you can put the pressure here, and that can hold you. So as you step forward, this pressure stays forward all the time. Don't let your butt stick out. Here we go. Let's try to plump. Oh no. Start in place here. Just like this, stand here and punch again to the count. 1 punch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now you're going to go 1, 2, 3. You're going to try to keep the same tempo and just stick a foot out when you step. If you guess wrong, if you go 1, 2, 3, I don't care, not the end of the world. That's better than nothing. What I don't want you to do is go 1, 2, 3. And then do that. No, just punch. Make your foot catch up. 1, 2, 3. Back. 1, 2, 3. Back. 1, 2, 3. Back. 1, 2, 3. Back. 1, 2, 2, 3. Back. 1, 2, 3. Back. 1, 2, 3. Back. Can you go when you cheat when you don't? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Pretty darn good. 1 minute. Because this will back up your thing. You feel like push. Bend, bend, bend. No, bend, bend. Bend. Better. Back. Back. Go. Stand up. 1, 2, 3. Like. More. More. So for you, you're going to feel like you're in line. From here to your center to your butt to your foot. 1, shoulder down. 1, ooh, way better. Way, way better. Back up. 1, 2, 3. One line. 6, 6, 6. Relax your shoulder. Almost. You do it first. Squeeze, 6. There you go. That's better. It's a little bit of a weak spot here. It's a little tense. Back. 1, 2, 3. Back. 1, 2, 3. Straighter. Push this forward. This way. More bend here. Crease. Yeah. Now bend that. Back. So, I'll show. 1, 2, 3. Back. 1, 2, 3. Back. So we don't want to have that heel drag anymore, right? 1, 2, 3. Back. Heian on the third count. So some of this is super obvious. Some of this is super obvious later, and I wish people had told me sooner why it mattered so much. So, you stand there for the same test. If I have a certain amount of power going like this, and at the same time as I punch, I step. So, touch, touch, step. That little bit of step penetrates. It pushes the guy forward. And it is a way for me to try to use my leg to drive into the target. Usually, of course, you do it very quickly, and it's not push, but it's a penetration. So that's why you step. That's the moving into the target, super important. Of course, strong fist, strong body, whatever, but if I do the same thing 2 or 3 times, and then I move forward, when I do it, it's stronger. This is when your body's moving again. So, that is why you step and punch. We will try some basics. Can you two back up a little bit? And kind of in there one. And you go down a little bit. And actually, you two switch places. Good. Out. Some basics. Feet apart. You're going to put your left hand and your left leg forward in a gate of an eye this way. 1. Yep. This way. Down low. Yep, this way. Now we're going to step and punch. Move forward and then punch when you get close to the end. So everybody, not 1, 2. Before your foot gets there, now punch so that it gets there when your foot gets there. 1, 3, 4, 5. Straight hips. Good. So sometimes this hip is behind, make it this way. Moving backwards, we're going to do a rising block. So if somebody was punching at my face, this hand's going to come up and protect you, and then it comes in and it comes up on the other side. So right now, don't line up your hand and then go. You leave it here till it's time to block. It slides up your body. Moving backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one, you turn it up a lot. You're supposed to. No, you're supposed to turn. Yep. 1. So don't arch. 2. And then this way. Turn it back. Yep. 3. And do the same thing moving forward. You're too much in line. So you have to move your 1 foot over. You're too much in line. You're just a little bit wider. So what they want you to have is about a hip distance between your feet, regardless of where you are. Sometimes it's different, but that's a basic idea. Then bend your back leg a little bit. A little bit. Put your shoulder down. That's your elbow. There you go. Moving forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. Like squeeze your rope in. And pull here at the same time. And you feel that kind of down your arm. Then you go to your feet. You got it? Pull down. Hey, that was really good. You feel the weight there? 1. Hold, squeeze your little finger, pull down with your back, squeeze down on the floor. You. Backwards. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Continue backwards and kill on the block. So coming up or down, let's talk about up first. Your arms have to come in front of you, and you get back to where your feet are apart. This symbolizes a position of readiness, but not like, oh, I'm going to fight. You're just naturally standing ready. These hands are in front a little bit to protect you, because out here is not good. This is not protecting you. It's a little bit in front. And as I explained to you guys before, when I first started, this was a complete circle. And then you'd be in a position, you had to do a complete circle to finish. And it was so big that your hands and feet start now, and they have to end at the same time. That was a big deal. Then they decided that opening up, you go up or down. This or this doesn't serve a function that makes you develop the habit of being vulnerable or open. So you only do the last part. So there used to be a whole circle, but now you just do the last little part. And wherever you are, you kind of figure, well, this one is already 2/3 of the way done, so I'll just do the last third. It would be, in the old days, from here, they'd go, which is just too much, right? You can see why they do that. So, let's put our, and then when we start a lot, we do an outward block, or a gate of an eye. It sweeps down your body, it ends up 1 or 2 distances from your front knee. So, let's start here, everybody. And now we're going to stand up. All right, back up. And then go back out with your left leg. And back up. And out with your left leg. And back up. Pretty good. Your feet go a little bit further apart. Your toes can be in a little bit. No. You're towards this way. better. Now your feet can begin just a tiny bit. That's better. So, your feet and your feet and your feet and your feet are all different distances apart. It's supposed to be that way. People have different body proportions. They're tall, they're short, they have long legs, they have short legs, they have flexibility. So you should be able to see. So if I come out and I stand like this, hopefully I'm ready to go. If I come out and I stand like this, I'm like, that guy's not ready to go. He's just barely, I don't have any ability to move. And the same thing is true if I stand like this. It's like, oh, he's so little. There's not any leverage to move, right? So there's a place that's best for me, for you, for you, for you. And so when I tell you to go wider or more narrow, it's because I'm looking at it and saying, yep, that's good, that's good. Not just because somebody's tall or short. Or there's a sense, oh, it's got to be this. It's got to be whatever's right for you now. Get that part? We're going to do a few more basics, and then we're going to try Heian Shodan. So let's see. Rising block, downward block, second punch. No, we're going to work on back stances. Back stance is the knife hand block. In a front stance, they say your weight 60% forward and 40% on your back leg. Like if you drop the plumb line down there, it is committed forward. In a back stance, they say it's 70-30, and the weight sits way back here. So it used to be, in the old days, Funakoshi said, this is a front stance, and that's a back stance. And that was the whole difference. It's just where you know what the speed to be moved. That's front, that's back. Way easier. But now we got bigger and longer. That's front stance, that's back stance. So it comes from a defensive movement where if somebody tries to hit you, it is natural to pick your hands up, and it's natural for your weight to go to your back foot. This is the first part of my back stance. That little pop, that little flinch. And if you can understand that there's a basic flinch involved in kind of all your motions at first, I think it'll help integrate it into actual self-defense techniques sooner. If I teach you instead that, oh no, this is a completely different way to move, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? So anyway, sorry, come on back. Put a punch out there with it. Let's say that's the technique I'm defending against. This is the stance I'm going to stand in. This is a knife hand block, my hand faced away. I tend to hit with this bottom bone. It wasn't what I was taught, but it's the way I think it should be. And then the advantage of any stance is sometimes strategic. So if I were to be this far away in a front stance, and now I want to hit him, I can't quite reach him. If I am this far away in a back stance, and I want to hit him, it's easy for me to hit him. So this is a better strategy than this. Assuming I walk all over. You kind of see that? And then from moving, stay there, from stance to stance, it has to be where you reach and settle to drive into the target, and eventually you will also use your legs to disrupt somebody right when you hit them. So just part of the motion. Even, I'm going to do a front stance. Whoa, just that little bit, right when I hit. Anyway, back stance. Turn this foot towards the side. This foot goes in front, so your heels are together and they're at 90 degrees. You're going to drop straight down and put your left foot up. 1. So here you have a little bit of pressure out in your back leg because you don't want it collapsing in. But not so much that you strain it. Just have a little comfortable outward pressure. That is actually very, very good. Put it back. Do it again. 2. Back. 3. Go back. 4. Think about it before you pull your foot back. Pull back. 5. Pull your foot back. Oh, that was so much better. Switch. So some things are little and some things are big. This is both. If I'm going to move backwards, I assume it's because I'm being threatened and somebody's trying to hit me, right? So the two big mistakes people make is they escape with their hip first, and then they try to get out of there. If the guy was trying to hit you in the head, that would not work. So you keep this back. And then a sign that you're not moving well is when your heel drags and then you move. It just makes you a little slower. So if you pick your heel up and then move your foot, it's quicker than shifting, dragging, and then sort of. So if you change it, because now you're so aware of it, you'll start to move better a lot more. Left foot goes this way, right foot goes in front. Drop your weight, put your right foot up. 1, and draw back. 2, draw back. 3, draw back. 4, draw back. 5, and draw back. Switch, other way. So you would think one of us would be paying attention to that. I mean, you know, me or you, maybe both. Maybe you. Now you're going to do the knife hand block part. It starts with your hand facing in by your face or your jaw or by your shoulder. Totally depends on who's teaching what. Your other hand reaches out so that your elbows are very close together. As you step out, this hand is going to drop along and turn to the outside. So it starts facing you, it starts down, it turns out at the end, this turns up at the end. I want the middle of your forearm to be on your solar plexus, which is much more forward than some people. Some people want your hand there, some people put it down by the belly button. That's not as good. Way up there, so it's all fun. So you coil, you're going to step out with your left and block with your left. 1, block. And go back. 2, and go back. 3, go back. 4, stay right there. John Noel, you have to drop this front hips down, so there's a big crease here. And Cindy, you have a little bit of an arch to your back here. You want to get your hips underneath you more. Better. Isn't that great that I can see you? Back. With that foot forward. With that foot forward. 1. Move more forward. So, even more. And then squeeze it into your tummy. Like, and that makes pressure down your leg. Back. You. Back. 3. Switch sides. So, something that I mention quite often is that you need to have creases in your hip joints. So in a back stance, for instance, when I'm here, I have a big crease here and a big crease here. I have a big crease here and a big crease here. If one of these creases go away, let's say this one, that's not good. You can't make pressure on the ground, your structure is off. This one goes away. You can't keep your balance. Some people actually try to get rid of both creases. Don't do that. So to square yourself off, try to keep big creases here. These belong here in front stances too. Big crease. Big crease. Don't let that crease go away. You want your hip joint to be able to move. Right foot front, draw up by your shoulder or jaw. Step out with your right, twist at the end. 1, put your foot out. Back. 2. Back. Turn that forward. 3. Put your heel in. Stance is good. Back. Really back. 4. That's better. Not going to pressure in your back leg. Back. 5. Back. Hurry up, shake out your legs. Not bad at all. We are now going to learn Heian Shodan. Heian Shodan is a kata. You're going to like say kata in Chinese, you know? It is a pattern that is defense against imaginary patterns, and in this particular case, it is shaped like a capital letter I, and we will just go through it a few times, and then you'll magically remember it. It'll be great. You take like 3 steps forward, please. You take 1 step forward. Down, go back there. Stop. We're good. We're good. You can go back 1 step. So the reason I thought everybody liked this is you're kind of in the middle, and everywhere you turn, you're going to see something to follow, and nobody's going to run into each other. It's really just brilliant. Okay. Anyway, here we go. We're going to go through the whole kata first, and then we're going to go through parts over and over again till you get it, or until 11 o'clock comes and we all have to go. Yes. What are you worried about? Hey, is that the right time? It is, isn't it? Because the daylight savings time thing, it can't be any other time.
It is the right time.
Okay. Is everybody going to stay for second class? Yes? Yes. You have to. God knows with me, he has to stay for this one. You can choose if you want to stay for the second class or not. It'll go quicker. So, you can pick. Sure. Good. So it is difficult to communicate just generally because there are many people from places where English isn't great, but with these masks, it's terrible to try to follow what somebody says, I think. So if I go up to order something at a counter, I think it's more challenging than it used to be without the mask. Or maybe you guys are all used to it when you're talking class every day or something like that. I find it harder. So if you don't hear stuff, or because I talk too fast, you can ask what to say. So, anyway, Heian Shodan. You know, if I would have done that just a little bit harder, it would have gone underneath that wall. It would have been gone forever. What would we do? All right, I'm sending you that out. Feet together, out. The name of the kata is Heian Shodan. Heian Shodan. Boy. You're going to move to your left first and do a downward block this way. 1. Then step and punch. 2. Now your front foot has to go way behind you this way and you do another downward block. 1. Then you do a big circle and hammer fist straight. 2, 3. 1. 3 rising blocks. 1. 2, 3. Now we have to do a downward block, step and punch that way, and then another one that way. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Now we have 4 knife end blocks. Turn and block towards the folding wall. 1 and a back stance. 2, 1, 2. Iris. Okay, you got it? Okay. All of the stances are front stances, except for the last 4, which are back stances. Do you get that part? And then every time in this kata that you punch, your hip should be straight. And every time that you block, your hip should be sideways. So in the first move, your hip is twisted sideways, and then it's straight. Not this way. Straight. We'll get it. Out, feet apart, to your left, downward block. 1, step and punch. 2, still go, back up. 1, 2. All right, back up. 1. Down low. Nope, make it right there. Turn your back foot forward. And this hand by your side. Yep. Bend a little more. Toe forward. 2. straight. Too far apart. Still too far apart. Yeah, but so you can move, so it's stronger. 1, 2, wide. More. Now bend. Bend. Back. Stand up. 1. Now lower. Heel. Straight up. Better. Going to continue. There's 2 different ways to teach this that people do both. One is that you reach first and coil your arm, and then you spin. The other one is that you pull your arm and leg in and pull it this way, and then you go. We're going to start with that one, I guess. Even though I think I did the first one when we went through it as a group. So this arm comes in, this arm reaches across your body, going the way you're going to go. 1. So at this point, prepare your left foot to be your back leg. So now are you pointing that way? Yep, so I was here. I'm just going to go all the way to here on the first part. So then now when I do this, it's in the right spot. Up. Better. Heel. Finish 1. Now low. Way down, 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 down. Then you pretend like somebody grabs you, and you're going to do this. 1. Yep. So strike here, or here, here. Hammer fist, I say. Yeah, better. Now I'll hold it. Better than this. Yep. 3. Step up. Great. Go back. Start up, stand up. 1, 2, turn and be ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now. 1, 2, 1. Sorry, all the way through. 2, 3. All right, stand up. Try again. Ready? 1. Everybody. 2. 1. 2. 3, 4. Ready again. Back. 1, 2, 1. 2, 3. Relax your shoulder. All right, back up. Straight ahead, straight ahead, straight ahead, straight ahead. You can feel that I'm here, right? Right on. 1. 2. 1. Turn. Down. 2. 3. There we go. Up for a second. Take just a moment of thinking here. A big beginner mistake is that your hands and feet copy each other inappropriately. And so they should match. This is fine. 1, match. 2, match. 3, but not this. But people do that all the time. But don't do it. This just pulls back and goes back up. This goes up and down. It's kind of like this. So if you can't do that, you should. Anyway, so you're out here, pull your foot back, and then go like that. Yep, a little bit higher. You have to be the taller person. Yep, and you're going to go a little more sideways. And here's the problem, say that your arm position, is not good. You're doing leverage. Swing your arm a little bit. Use your legs first. Swing down. Try to relax. Move it up. Pull your arm back to the inside. Push hard. All the way to your feet. Better. See how we're doing that? Alright, try again. Feet together, feet apart. 1, 2, very good. Straight. And that's amazing. 5, 1, 2, 3. One more time. Up. And we're going to continue. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Continuing from here. 1. 3 rising blocks. 1. Reach block. 2, 3. Great. Start over. Feet apart. To your left. 1, 2. Behind you. 1, 2, 3. Great, Chris. To the front. 1. 3 rising blocks. 1, 2, 3. Good. High rest. So that is halfway through the kata. And we're going to do the other half right after we take our 5-minute water break. Any questions or problems so far? Great. 5-minute break. And Amy, you're doing fantastic. Manuel, you're also doing okay. Okay. So, rising block in the content, then you do this downward, yes? So he comes with me downward. Turn. So it's different. Come on back. And then at the end of the kata, where you go block, strike, that's what I think it is. He throws a punch, block, strike. Block, strike. So this part, step and punch, was made for little kids not to hurt each other. This part, punch again, was made for self-defense, so he would quit hurting you, right? So I did that with all the kata and all the moves. So every drawing arm, or this, 9-10 block, please. Well, that's what I tried. All right, we will start again. John, oh, no, John Noel. Oh, there he is. All right. We're going to finish Heian Shodan, which will take a little bit more time, and then we're going to start to do their kata, and you can just copy the best you can. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time showing you what to do. We're just going to work on for that. Heian Shodan again. Right. To your left. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1. 3 rising blocks. 1, 2, 3. Right? So here's that throw. You coil your arms and do a downward block that way. 1. Step and punch. 2. Behind you, your right foot right here. 1. Nope. Very disappointed. 2. 1. Oh. Let's go back in here. Rising block right here. We're going to turn and do that. 1. All the way towards here. One over your foot. 2. Now behind you with your right foot, right hand. 1. Reach. 2. Good. Do it again right here. 1, 2. 1, 2. One more time. From here. 1. This leg stays bent. You're going to turn and I come in walk. One and back six. And then 45 degrees this way. Two. And then this way. One, two. Be right here. Everybody's turn this way. Put your right leg down. Put your arm down. Straight towards the ears. We're going to do this. One, two. One, two. And then back over here. Last time. Turning. One, two. One. Towards the ears. Two. Iris. Now we'll start over. So at the beginning, I told you it was the shape of a capital letter I, and this helps get back where you started from. So I start here, and I go this way. I go boom, boom. I go that way, boom. Then I go down that long stem. One, two, three. Now I'm at the top of the letter I have to do these two short parts. One, two. One, two. Now I go back where I came from. One, two, three. Almost where I started. 4.5 blocks left. One towards each wall and one 45 degrees. So you go one towards the wall and then 45 degrees. One towards the wall and one 45 degrees. You'll get it. Here we go. Heian Shodan. Heian Shodan. Good. One, two. One, two, three. One, two, three. One, two. One, two. One. 3, 7, 1, 2. One, two, three. One. That's that one. 2, 45. One, two. Hey, we're doing great. Here we go again. Keep going. Stop. Nope. Boy. We count. One, two. One, two, three. One, two, three. See, I do one of us to pay attention. One, two. One, two. One, two, three. One, two. One, two. Drop the center. Please. One. Yep. Look in the mirror. That's good. Yep. Iris. One of the hardest parts is just not being able to tell. How do you know? So it helps to look in the mirror, it helps to somebody who's pointing it out. Lots of times it's extra tension. People, that's too much. So almost always your form is really good. You're doing really nice about moving smoothly from place to place. So the next thing to work on is being stronger. When I drive from here to here, it Back. We'll just have to do a better job of moving track. Here we go. Up. And to right. And to them. Away. One. Quick stance. Heel. One, two, three. One, two, three. One. Nope. Backwards. Yep. Two. One, two, three. One, two. One, two. Down. Yep. There. So the second half of your kata, you caught on much better, and you did these turns, and you did this drive, and it was rock solid. It was like the first half, we weren't quite sure. But you see what I mean about driving all the time? So sometimes just standing in the right place isn't enough. You have to figure out how your legs can move. Take another step backwards. Boom. You guys can move in a tiny bit. Go to your hand for that. Up. Up. And trim. Away. I don't want you to feel neglected. One. Two. Oh, not good. So right now you're too wide. Step forward. Step one here. Right. Right. Oh, that was good. Underneath. One. Two. Three. One, two, three. One, two. One, two. So sometimes you get it just right, and sometimes you're stiff, and that's when you box. So try to stay down. One, two, three. One. That's it. Two. One. Two. And the last four moves, it's a back stance. So this leg is bent a lot. No, a lot. Yes. This elbow is in here. And we're going to. Yep. All right. There's. So the last four moves are back stances. And don't bother me too much. John Noel, you ready? Okay. One more time, everybody. Out. You ready? Got that? That's it. Boy. Okay, at the end, we will do Heian Shodan again to see if you can retain it. You're doing really, really good as far as following along. Very quickly, the other, we'll just do one each of Heian Nidan and Sandan, and just spend some time in Heian Yondan. Out. Heian Nidan. Heian Nidan. Boy. One. Over down. You. Yes, 3. So it does work. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Much better. 1, 2, 3. 1. These are like Heian Shodan at the end. Excellent. 2, 1, 2, 1. Two, 3. There's another 1, 2, 3. 1. Nope, the other way. 1. This one's supposed to be in line. Motion just to get back to your mark. 2. Shoulders down, body down. Go back 1 step. Back. Just stays at your hip until you block. 1. 1. In line. 2. So if you guys are going to test for 5th cue, which is purple belt, your lower concepts also have to be good. And I know it's been a long time since we trained and went through them all. So I suggest you just keep doing them, I'll hit you with the stick until you remember. There we go. You got your hand in on the getting the dogs that we're going to go. Maybe I'll hit just one each. Out. Hand it up. Hand it up. Go ahead. 1, 2. 3. 1, 2. 3. positions are often very good. You have to practice a little bit so it comes right away. And you're fixing stuff, which is awesome. So quite often, you would maybe go, 1, 2, and then fix it right away. You know that it's supposed to be done. So if you can think just a little bit ahead, so you pull together all the time, so the part that would help. But it's coming along really good. Let's watch John and Love. Out. Kata. Nidan. Point. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you got to go back. Jean-Noel, so, and everybody, at the beginning here when you traded hands, you did this much better, but this still had a little bit of this to it. And you can't do that. Drop it down and go across. But it wasn't bad. But now when you do this hand can't do this. Can't do that. Wrap it in tighter and squeeze it when you kick. So everybody try, put your right foot out and your right arm out. You're that way. You people. And you're going to stack and look to your right. 1. Now you're going to pull your left hand in tighter when you kick. Heel. Better. 3. 1, 2, 3. One more step. So switch your feet. Yep. Shoulders down. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Front stance. Front. Bend your front knee. Yep. 1, 2. 1, 2. Hi, rest. Pretty good though. Yes.
This one's forward, usually it's back.
Oh, it's different in different places.
Okay, got it.
If you want to know why, this would be one reason. He's asking about, sometimes when we do an augmented block, it's in a back stance, and sometimes it's in a front stance. The first time we do it is in this kata, and this is what I want to say. If he's punching at me here, and I'm moving forward like this, this is getting me inside that punch and striking with my knee, and then I'm driving him backwards with my body weight. So it's a very aggressive defense, but it's also kind of a beginner idea, because it's hard to screw it up. As long as I go in and hit him, he's going backwards. I'm very aggressive. You got that part? In some of the kata, you're in a back stance and then a back stance, and it's a little different. This is like I'm getting caught with a punch, and remember that flinch? It's like that. I just go up, bam! And now I do a follow-up, bam! And I hit him again. So this is an awesome defense, just in general. It's a good one. Because, so I'm going to, you might be able to take this, but this weakens him just as I hit him. Just right at the same time. And if I get better at it, come this way instead. Instead of 1, 2, it's a little more 1, come across, come across, come across, come across, 2, more damaging. And then my knees, I hit his inner thighs. So that solves my problem. And then I'm going 1, 2, 3, taking them out that way. There are a million applications for that kata, by the way, or this technique. Some of them are more grappling oriented. Yeah, I have your finger, thanks. Well, fast. So I go 1, 2. Maybe he grabbed me. This is me going 1, 2. 1, 2. And this is irritating, painful. But he can get away from it by straightening his arm and by putting the ass. See, I got less and less control. This hand though, now I can't. Snap. Very hard. So sometimes in a front stance, sometimes in a back stance, it's for different things. Hands on that. Out. Kata. Hands on that. Boy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. Get it out with your footwork and turn. 2. Iris. So this is for Jean-Noel, but everybody else can know this too. There's 2 parts that are awkward. There's many parts that are awkward in this kata, but 2 that are a little hard to catch on to. And one is this turn where your wrist goes like that and then ends up at your side. So, Jean-Noel, I believe you drop your hand down here somewhere and turn. And what it should be, if you have to pretend that somebody's grabbed your hand and they can't move. I don't think that's what it is, but that's what you pretend. It stays here in space as I move into him. So, that's it. If you can visualize, this stays here, turn, my body's turning, and then I go to here. So this is touching like by your kidney, but by the time you hit, it turns into a fist. Everybody try. Try. This way. Touch. Go. Do it again. Here. Pretend your wrist stays there in space. 1, 2. Kind of. So there are many reasons why they tell you to do that. Some people, I'll show you later, but some people say you're doing this to indicate I'm about to hit the guy in the kidney. So you twist his arm and you slap him in the back, crack, and then you spin and throw him or hit him. I know it's a little hard to visualize, but in some kata, the same movement, instead of this way, it's this way. Look, hit him in the neck. 1, 2. So that's a show and tell concept. It's perfectly legit. But also the ability to move without struggling against the person is kind of important. So, you come back here. Let's say he's grabbed my wrist with both hands, he's super strong, and I can't leverage, I can't turn it. But I can leave this here and move my whole body, and I get some leverage out of it. So, shows up in other places, doesn't really matter. But if I struggle against it, I can't do it, but if I reach inside, I can grab and reach. Anyway, leave this where it is, turn, bring your body to it, but it ends up here when you're done. So that was one thing. The second thing was after the third one of these, this arm comes to your side when you do that. So be like this. Do that, everybody. Then reach and draw your arm to your side, your left arm. Good, 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 good. Okay. Now start from here. Stand up. Stand up like this. Everybody, you don't have to face, I don't care what you're doing. You guys can face anything you want. Go with your right leg. 1, 2, 3. Then reach and draw your arm. Reach, better, better, better. Okay? Here we go. Heian Shodan. Up. Up. Heian Shodan. Boy. 1. A little more commitment. 2, 3. Ball sign. 1. 2, 3. 1. Good. Strong. Left. Wrap that arm. A little more to you. Better. 2, 3, 4. 1. Might put your elbow slightly in front of your body. So not back here, just slightly in front. Good. So this is a better strength. And if you put them back just a little bit, it is way, way weaker. So out the front, yep, you're making a frame from here to here. You squeeze your fist into your gut and keep it there. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. Ew. 1, 2. Down. Yep. Iris. Good job, everybody. Heian Nidan. Out. You use your places, please. And you move over this way a little bit. Up. Heian Yondan.
Heian Nidan.
Boy. 1. Just butt up just a tiny bit. Drop that top. And stay sideways though. You're in a good position, it's just not strong. Use your legs. Sink. Shout again. Oh, better. Ew! Higher with this. Keep your head up. 1. Go back. Way more hip. So you have to twist your hip like you're punching, but it's both hands. 1. Well, good. Keep your hands apart a little bit. You can talk about that more. 7. Now that's muscle pop. Out a little bit. You. Good stance. See power. Now use your little finger side against the wheel. 1, 2. Well, snap. 1, 2. Push your hip more. Push against your thigh. You have to push harder here. Push. Yes. And like that. So your weight's on it. 1, 2. A little taller person. 3, 4. Body weight, under arm. 1, turn and look. 2. Sorry, we stopped in the middle. Then kick, punch. Don't move. 1, 2, 3. 1. Turn and look. Oh, you can't just stand up. Down pressure. 2. 1, 2, 3. 1. 2. 3. 4. Nope. Doing so good, right? One that was watching. 1, 2, 3. Hey. All right. So I know we talked about this before. Back stance, front stance. Pretty good. Now grab. You win. Everybody practice. Be this way with your left leg, left hand. Reach. 1. Knee. 2 and hold. 3. 4. Pretty good, everybody. Yep. So this is going to be a part of this concept that I'm going to tell you. It's going to be part of the video I'm going to make shortly. And that is that your body has to have a directional squeeze all the time. But in Heian Shodan and in Heian Nidan, you have something to push against. But where people screw up is they kind of put their elbow out there and they hit it. Not supposed to go like that. This is supposed to be here. This drives, whoop, and when it gets there, it squeezes through your center, through your body, through your arm, out towards the target. So when I came and pushed on you, you had gone 1, 2. It just stopped right there. I wasn't doing anything. Push. So let's see. Start here. Go 1, 2. Now put your shoulders down. So this makes kind of a box, and both elbows push forward, and yet you can feel the pressure here from your legs against your hand. That looks perfect. Shoulders down. Oops, but don't get weaker. So stay tall like you were. Your shoulders have to come down in your socket. Remember that little finger? Do that. Hold your lap. So if I try to pick this up, you're going to resist by pulling it out. Pull your shoulder down into your body. More. Pull it down. Harder. That's better. Down. And then up. Okay, that's a little better. Weak spot here though. When I push on you, going back to the side. So lean forward a little more. So the weight comes on the front part. Lean forward more. Push! Hey, that's better. 1, 2. Pull down. This pulls down. This pulls down. Down. And pushes forward. There you go. Inside, you've got that pressure when you hit something. This shoulder is doing way better. Down, forward. Let lean a little bit forward more. So you're pretty straight, but the pressure is going back here. And you have to make it go on the front half. So lean forward a bit more, or you're going to fall on your face. That's way better. You feel where your body gets the. So you want it to there all the time. No, they look straight. Anyway, for a second. So this is common in punching, step and punching, counter punching. People think they should be straight, and they think they need pressure from the center, and they go, and they're just a little bit backwards. And if you let the weight sit on the front part of you, that's what hits the target, takes the whoop, not whoop. Right leg out. Side snap, elbow strike. 1, 2. 1, 2. Shoulder down. Yep. High rest. Does that make sense to you, Jean-Noel? Okay. We talked about this a lot the other day. There are, let's say there's 2 choices, but there's really like 5. But for 2, either your arm goes out and stays out, or it goes out and comes back, and then goes out again and comes back. Most of the Japanese, by tradition, leave it out. So your hip does the shock wave that starts your leg. Your arm goes along for the ride and stays there. And then you open. So if it was a block, because he step and punch, let's say, I want to cover that as I kick them, or kick them, depending on what my target is. And then I'm going to grab and hit them, if it was a block. So it has to cover this area. You got to get the tap. If it's a strike, because he punched in my face, and I went 1, 2, it's the same tap from here to here. Works fine. Do you see that? Okay. So this could be this, and then strike. Boom. Inner thigh, groin, side of the neck, side of the head, side of the jaw, side of the target. Don't let the fingers part from the. This just represents the flat surface that you're hitting. Good job. One more time, hand Yondan. Out. Head up.
Hand Yondan.
Boy. Head up. 1. A little short. Put your weight back. Put it back. Heel. Higher. 1. More hip, more hip. I get this all burning one. Heel. Legs. 1, 2. Down your legs, down. Sink. Put your shoulder down. For the body weight. Why is it even a contest? We should be so solid here. Sink. Oh, that's better. 1, 2. Under, over. 1, wind up. 2, turning. 3, 4. 1, 2, biceps. 1, 2, 3. 1. And pull back and look. 2. That's it. 1, 2, 3. You have to hit with it. 1. Both hands. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, excellent. Hands on. Out. Heads up.
Hands good.
Boy. This is the one you know. Now we're blocked up and punch. 1, 2. And that way. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Walk to the front. 1. Move your foot over. Move the way over there. And then 3 rising blocks. 1, 2, 3. Pick up. Turn block towards the mirrors. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Sorry, a little lower. 3 stubborn punches. 1, 2, 3. Turn the block. 1, 2. 1, 2. That's it. Help. Rest. Any kata you wish with speed. You guys would wish to do Heian Nidan, and you're going to try Heian Shodan. There are 2 kiais in Heian Shodan, the 3rd rising block, and the 3rd step and punch.
Attention ragdoll members, a few reminders. Please wear a mask covering both your nose and face at all times. Wipe down equipment before and after use, and keep 6 feet apart from others. Thank you for visiting the rack.
Yeah. No, you're just going to do it. Oh, Heian Shodan. Okay. I would, my knee is messed up. It's because I'm old and my body parts are no longer functioning like they're supposed to. So, hopefully, it'll get better. Out! Heian Shodan!
Heian Nidan.
Boy, you're doing Heian Nidan. You're doing Heian Nidan. Yeah! No. Yep, you're following him. Follow him. 1, 2. Good! No humping! Okay, so there are 5 Heian kata. Heian means peaceful. It is named after a time in Japanese history when there were no wars. So there was a Heian period. Peaceful, calm, serene, whatever people want to think. There are 5 parts to 1 kata, Heian Shodan, Nidan, Sandan, Yondan, Godan. And Onigoshi once said that if you practice these 5 kata, you would develop a calmness of security, knowing that you could defend yourself. And I think that went away when they quit teaching applications, so I'm hoping to bring it back. So that these kata should contain almost all the self-defense techniques you would ever need. But that is true of most kata. So it's true of the techie, it is true of Basai Daikaku, things like that. Anyway, we're going to stop now. So feet together, Shomani, right? Both together, right? Thank you all for training. Class dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
Right, go. And if you do not have contact information for you should put some.
Yeah, I'll get that.
And you did awesome all the way through. Good job. Yeah. So there is on Mondays and Fridays we're here from 6 to 7. On Friday, from 6 to 8. On Wednesday, so we're going to see it's Zoom only. That's the university line.
At this one?
Yes. So you can, it's at my house though. So you just get the Zoom address and on Wednesday at 6 o'clock you can participate.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yep, and then can you send her the Zoom link?
I'll send you the information. I'll send you the